All right. So what we're doing is we are about to start over with this playthrough for Fallout 4. Fallout 4, yes, welcome to paradise. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and start a new game. Make sure our settings, gameplay, survival. Yes. All right. I kind of like this yellow, so we're going to stay with the yellow. Um, I first came through. Uh-oh. Yeah. As you can see, the Welcome to Paradise takes and changes a lot of different things here. So we're good there. We're gonna start a new game on survival. A bunch of things are gonna have to load while we're trying to get through here. So this one, I'm gonna try to talk you through some of the things that I see load and some of the mods that are in this playlist. It is a Wabbajack playlist. The beauty of that is you download the executable for Wabbajack, and then you can go search for different playlists, and then you can see the different sizes and everything like that. One of the things I've noticed, and it could be just that my computer's just potato, but the larger the playlist, especially for Fallout 4, the more issues, right? So I picked Welcome to Paradise because it is a little bit smaller. Um, I think it's only got about 75 gigs worth of download. But with Skyrim and Fallout 4, you can get up to 150 to 200 gigs. And I believe there are some Skyrim playlists that are well over 200, right? With almost nearly 3,000 mods. And that's the beauty of it. So with both games, there's always been maximum mod limit 255. Well, the doing it with Wabbajack and I believe the collections in let's listen to this real
War
quick.
never changes. In the year 1945, my great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself, for my wife, for my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
All right. So right here, right off the bat, you have successfully installed Cheat Terminal. Now I'll tell you, there's a couple of reasons why I put the Cheat Terminal portable in the game. One, loot purposes. I am a loot hoarder, and There's nothing you can tell me or nothing you can say that's going to prevent me from getting my loot somehow. I will cheat to get my loot. And this is why this is here. Okay? Um, the other thing is I want to go in and I don't want to use the I can always use the console commands to change the time setting, but I can just it's easier just to go in here into the cheat terminal and just change it there, right? And it gives you like a list of the different time settings there, so you can just pick one as opposed to going in there saying, well, should I set it 7, 6, 5, whatever. So just a couple of things there. Other than that, I really use it because of the storage, right? You get personal storage in there, and I put that in there, and then I use it a lot. I use it a lot because I hoard everything and load, and then I carry it all back to my settlement, and then I break it all down and I build up because one of the things that I probably spend as much time modding armor and weapons as I do exploring. Okay, so we're gonna say okay. That's gonna bring us here. I'm not gonna mess with Nora. I'm gonna leave Nora the
You're gonna
same.
knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Because I think I'm just gonna go as the male Nate. So I usually go to this preset, and then I come in here and I'll change the face. And then usually I try to keep it real close to
You
myself.
have such a strong chin.
Can't do it all, but at least I get the coloring in. Let's see, the hair I can't do because they don't have my hair here, but this is about as close as you can get. If it was a little bit more, this is too far away from what I. Well, no, it's too much. We'll go
This new
here.
haircut's really working for me.
I don't like the eyebrows, so let's go over here. We just go with arched. I'm sorry, average. There's average right there. Just leave them at average. Leave everything else. Let's go down here and work on our facial hair. And I think we're either gonna go one or wanderer or one that I actually pick a lot is the Potamus. No, too much. Not too much, but this one, the one thing I don't like is no mustache, right? But of all the ones to go with, I don't like the stashes on here. I just, if we could get a combination of this one along with some sort of beard, that would be great. I should have looked for a mod to add in more beards. See, this is just too much. It's like, trim it up, man. Give me one right here, just trimmed up, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so we're gonna come back up here, and I'm not sure I like that one. I don't like that one. So like, maybe don't like that one either. Mephistopheles, huh? All right, let's do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't know why I'm doing it. Okay, so we already did that. How can I change my hair color? Go here and change my hair color. Yeah.
Not bad.
Retired military. Yeah, there we go. All right, body. Now we're gonna muscular him up, but again, he's a little older, so we're getting a little bit more around the midsection than we like. But there we go. Maybe bring that muscle in a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Nora's just fine. I mean, we can do other stuff with her, but she's just fine. Some extras. Then we'll add some. We'll add in. You know, cannot not have a scar, right? So we'll add that one in. There's this one here, and then there's one other that I always throw in. There it is. Just lighten it up a little bit. There we go. And then we'll put that in. Okay. And we'll call it a day on that. Blemishes. I'll take away the lip color thing. Yeah, just straight. Do we have forehead blemishes? No, not those for sure. Oh, hey, that's interesting. But we don't. We gotta make them look a little weathered, a little basically used, worn and used. Oh, eyes. Add a little more. There we go. And we're gonna accept that. Did I apply?
What is it?
No, I did all that right. Okay. And then yeah, we're gonna go back. Let's see. So we did the body, we did that. Yep. All right, so we're good. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna let the stuff run, and then we'll come back in just a second here. And then again, maybe that's everything. I was expecting a lot more things to stream down. It may not happen until after the vault, so we'll see. All right. So we want to see our guy. There he is. Hey, hon.
Just getting ready.
All right. Now we can make some choices here. And then this is a memory art, and I don't want to relive this. And this is a memory to stay here a while. You know what? I get so how many hundreds of times have we been through the opening, right? So I'm not gonna relive it this time. We're just gonna jump in. I like to through this particular episode get us out of the vault at least. All right, we might not make it back home yet by then, but at least get us out of the vault. This should be familiar to everyone. How many thousand times have we seen that particular scene? And there we are in our suit. You know what's interesting is we get the sound effects of freezing, right? But then you got the guy just standing there. You know, it'd be cool just to add in that kind of that shaky and that whatever. You don't have it here, right? And then I'm gonna go back to first person because I like the movement right now. Okay, this is better. All right.
Come on! There has to be a release!
Nothing.
Come on! Oh, God!
Seeing our guy just stoically standing there just doesn't want to sell that dialogue there.
I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back. I promise.
We can check on him.
Why would Voltaire do this?
Alright, so the fun part, we're gonna name him. And we're just gonna stick with this. Nate. We gotta add the Brooks. So Nate Brooks. Alright. I'm using a controller, just so you know. I am a control user. Let's see. 4. Yeah, 5. Gotta go high on intelligence, always. And let's see. Are you satisfied there? Yeah. And then, let's see. Cryogenic array, offline. Premature termination resulting in system failure. Isolated manual and remote overrides detected. Controls disabled. Alright. Yep. Same. And then, as we check, deceased, cause of death, asphyxiation. Holy cow, read much. Same, same, same. Unknown. Pod door manual override engaged. Unknown. Remote override engaged. So the difference is theirs was a manual door, manual override engaged pod door, where this one was remote override engaged. You know what would have been cool is to see some sort of pop up on the screen saying, where we can actually like investigate that a little bit more. Put a little nugget in our head or something. Hey, who remotely overrode my pod to let me out? We had to repair some of the ductwork behind both pod rows in this room, which meant moving the pods out from the wall. Simple task, except a certain idiot who was told to keep track of them while they were being moved around got the pods mixed up. The Voltec had put the pod numbers on the pods themselves instead of on the floor, but I guess they never thought we'd have to detach them. I'm going to link up this monitoring terminal with the registration terminal to get some more data on the popsicles so that we could try and identify which one is which and who is supposed to be where. Yes, I put a lock on the room door so that I can work in peace and quiet. Just let these icebergs here. Just me and these icebergs here. Success. Got the terminal synced up. It took up half a day, and you have to log into this terminal with your Vault-Tec credentials, but it works. We managed to get the pods sorted based on the enrollment dossiers, so it looks like I'm done here. I'm going to leave the terminal link set up in case we need it again, but supposedly the all clear signal will be sounding soon. We'll unfreeze these folks and get the heck out of here. Alright. Let's take a look. Yeah, O2, C4. Is that C2? C4, C6, and C8. Ah. Which ones did they have to move out? Alright, so first mod. There's actually a couple mods that are affecting this. One is more loot. The other one is Vault-Tec containers. But the main one that I have is called immersive containers. What that does and what it should do, and we'll be able to verify if I actually have it active. I can't remember, and I forgot to double check before I started. Is it adds loot to just about any container or anything that could be construed as a container within. So again, back to I'm a hoarder. If a game has the ability to have loot, and you have containers like this, and you don't have them so that they have loot in them, I will be very annoyed with your game every time I run across a container like that. I don't care what kind of container. Now, the problem that we run into is, well, what kind of loot are you going to get in there? And then some mods aren't as good as others as far as the loot that they put in there. Now, at least this one it's resources that I can craft with. So that's good. I'm fine with that. One thing that we're going to run into, that we're going to see, and I can do it real quick here, is you can see our carry weight is only 135. And then right now, I've already looted 32 pounds worth of stuff. So we're going to fill up before we leave this vault. So,
Can't be the only one left. Hello? Anyone?
I am the only one left. We can go in here, get the same message. Same. And boom. All of them suffocated from their pods going offline. Let's see.
Malfunction in cryopod manual release override.
Yes, they're dead. Now, this one here, the heavy breathing and the coughing, I'm just not sure about that. It's like, do we really needed it? Is that really what's needed right there? And then, like this right here, this toolbox, always empty. I'm like, why? Now, I have to admit, my obsession with loot and the fact that I need to have everything have loot in it does mean that there are containers that are just filled with maybe with stuff that they shouldn't be filled with. Are we in Australia? Holy cow. Gosh. Not to disown Australia, but god dang it, how many freaking videos do we have to see of their foot-long spiders that just creep me out? And it's like, my wife's like, you want to go to Australia? I'm like, oh, heck no. And the only reason I don't, because I mean, it would be an awesome place to go, right? You know, you got the money, go. I would say definitely go there. But I'm too much of a wimp. I could not handle it. I'm in a place and all of a sudden there's a spider as big as my head on the wall. Oh my gosh. I'd have a heart attack, and I'd probably just have a heart attack and just die right there. It'd be over. All right, here we go. Vault 111 security instructions. I don't want to read this whole thing, but we'll read some of it. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Notice they say on unaware human subjects. So not subjects that voluntarily decided to be frozen. Security staff are responsible for maintaining installation integrity and monitoring science staff activity. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to deviate from assigned duties. Insubordination or interference with vault operations are capital offenses. Security staff are authorized to use lethal force. Okay, this one is, upon activation notice from Vault-Tec, all personnel are required to report to the entry area and assist with admittance of vault residents. Security personnel will maintain order and ensure that no personnel or residents attempt to evacuate the vault. Really? You don't have a choice? Research staff will be responsible for resident intake and escort each to the designated cryogenic pod. Residents not accounted for in the manifest should be asked to step aside and detained forcefully by security if necessary. Once all residents have been sealed into their preservation chambers, dispose of any detainees. Vault entryway must remain sealed under any circumstances. Dispose of any detainees. So if they had one or two, what do they do? Hook them up? All clear in evacuation. All clear message. Upon receiving the all clear notice, Vault-Tec personnel may be evacuated at overseer discretion. Disregard any notices from organizations or individuals not associated with Vault-Tec, including government and military. Residents are not to be disrupted or evacuated. Vault-Tec will attend to their needs remotely once Vault 111 staff has been evacuated. See, right there, it sounds like, man, no matter when the notice came down, they were going to leave the people in there as popsicles. So, mandatory shelter period. In the absence of an all-clear message from Vault-Tec, the overseer may elect to evacuate staff after a mandatory shelter period of 180 days of containment. Under no circumstance may Vault 111 staff evacuate during the shelter period unless receiving the all-clear message from Vault-Tec. Security logs, October 23. God, it finally happened. The world's over. Barely got all the residents inside. Not everyone made it. Now it's just us and the icebergs. I don't get it. Eggheads tried to explain to me that keeping them frozen is a big experiment. Right, yeah, you know that? For a better future or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that we're smiling at them all the time before putting them on ice. Shouldn't we have told them something? I agree, we should have told them. Christmas Underground. Got together with the rest of the security boys and support staff and had a little party. Best gift that got handed out was a fancy lad snack cake that wasn't too stale. None of the scientists came. Overseer wasn't there either. I just don't get them. They hiding something from us? Another company secret only for the higher-ups. Whatever. Just a few more months until the all-clear is supposed to come through. Then we can start rebuilding. Only a few weeks left in our mandatory shelter period. Everyone's getting stir crazy. Some people are even saying the all-clear signal is never coming. We can't stay here much longer, that's for sure. It's not just the fact that I've been staring at the same break room and bunk bed for over 6 months. It's the fact that we only have enough food left for another few months tops. The overseer keeps telling everyone to be patient, focus on work. He's definitely keeping us out of the loop. Something bad is going on. I just know it. The main door accessing the vault exit is malfunctioning, and the only way out is through the overseer's evacuation tunnel. How convenient for him. He has one of the science team watching the door into his office at all times from a little makeshift checkpoint. Got invited to a meeting tonight. Support staffers and security only. Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind. No all clear from Vault-Tec is coming. We need to leave. We're all but out of food. I almost murdered Stanley for dropping a daggone salt cracker on the floor. A handful of us confronted the overseer about opening up the vault. I never knew a man that small could shout that loud. Now he's locked himself in his office along with the rest of the science staff. We're supposed to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine we have by tonight, or there's going to be consequences. I've talked to everyone. This time, one way or another, we're getting out of this vault. How are you expecting them to hand over their food and weapons? Because what is the consequences from that? What are you doing? What are they going to do to them? That's interesting. Alright. There's a perch somewhere where somebody was watching. Alright, we're getting full up. So. Oh. Crouch. I've been playing Starfield so much lately that I keep hitting the B button to crouch. Detected. Oh gosh.
Giant roaches?
Roaches. Yes.
What the hell?
What's in there? Mm-hmm. Never noticed that before. Alright. Beer bottle. God dang it. Did it too many times. That thing seriously broke off into my butt now. Alright, empty. Empty box. What's the point? Nothing to import there. Alright, see all my bottles. You can have a drink. Purified water. Last we're going to see of any for a while. It's interesting because some mods actually make it into dirty water.
Gotta keep moving.
So it takes that away from me too. Okay, so anything of note in here. A couple boxes in the back here. Cloth. See, that's a waste of a mod. Why even put the mod there? Or you just gonna put cloth in the box. Granted, I'm gonna take it because crafting. But dang. Oh, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I can roleplay it and say, well, that's the only thing salvageable out of the rest of the stuff in there. Alright, here we go. Vehicles in the back. Where am I on weight? 71. Take all that. Nope. Take all that. Take all that. See, this is how bad I am. I can't let it go. That there's potentially something in one of these crates. So we're already at 100. Alright, now we're starting to get to that point where it's like, does it make sense to keep adding stuff? And it does not. Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. Oh, wait. God dang it. Everything is useful.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Trying to be selective. Do you know how hard it is to see? Look at that. Look at all those crates over there. Each one, or at least most of them, has stuff in it. Look at this guy. Okay, this guy is empty. Look. Look, clear material. Oh my gosh. What is this guy? A cold adhesive, ballistic fiber. How do you leave that antiseptic? It's empty. Okay. This guy, ballistic fiber. This guy. Copper. Good. Gosh. Alright. Okay. There you go. Let's go over here. Let's drink some of that purified water. One thing that we'll do, besides make us need to go to the bathroom, which there's no mod for that right now. In this. A little bit more. Alright. Doesn't want to have to. Yeah. I'm gonna take.
Is this all that's left?
No, there's still more stuff. Cloth! Dang on cloth. And it could be the order of the mods that I have right now. And that's what classes. We got this power armor one. That's in the mod. I'm not gonna do it just yet, but it's one of the mods loaded. See what is going on right here. Let's just hit transfer. I want to see what my weight is. See, I'm only a pound away from my limit, and I don't want to be that close. What can I necessarily go without? Okay, we got one pistol. We got a ton. What's this one? Hot plate. Toaster. We have 33 pounds of ceramic. Okay. Alright, now we have 15 pounds of ceramic. Alright. Come over here. Let's see what we got. We need some bullets. Some bullets.
Nice. So, coming back later for you.
Yeah, no, we're not. Take that, because I can sell it. Still can't see. Toothpaste and toothbrush, really? There's usually nothing ever in here. See, there's another mod that, and this is what makes me think I don't have the immersion mod, immersive containers loaded, or I don't have it loaded prior to the mod that's doing this. Because the immersive container would have had actual loot and stuff in there. Good loot. To the point where, yeah, I'd be dropping a lot of stuff. Just to make sure I can get a lot of things. Alright. Can I save? I cannot. No. Okay. I keep hitting B to stand. Okay, we already know that. The cryolator. I have long dreamed of making cryogenic freezing available in a portable, on-demand form. The cryolator is my latest attempt. Thankfully, we're in no short supply of the chemicals and components I need to tinker with the prototype. It's a nice way to occupy the time as we wait for the all-clear signal. Maybe this is what the overseer had in mind when he says, or there'll be consequences. Yeah, we looked at this already. Overseer preparations. Let's see. The final staff orientation is complete. All but a few of the residents down in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled, and several from Concord as well. Voltech supervisors came up this week to do a technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time. I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. It's happened. We were lucky that most of the staff was nearby when the early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance. Resident admittance went smoothly. Everyone made it. Even the family that waited until the last minute. I was worried there would be more suspicion, but things happened so fast for these people. They must have been too overwhelmed to question cryogenic pods. Of course they were. Strange issue today with pod C3. Subject appeared to be having heart palpitations. Nothing life-threatening, but unusual. We realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning. The cryogenic array almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect a hiccup in Vault-Tech's remote override systems may have sent an errant signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. I only hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff. There's been no log clear signal, even though we're nearing the end of the 180-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last much more than that. And despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing down there. If people think we can just leave when the 180 days are up, they're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone if the vault seals are breached that early. The whole point of the all clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just have to keep everything under control until the all clear. A faction led by the security personnel have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots. I will not open the vault door to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting the staff on lockdown. We're going to have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. I've been too darn generous with the rations. If people don't like it, well, that's fewer mouths to feed. That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded. But you know, sometimes a leader requires tough choices. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, we're going to put bats to use real quick here. Let's see what we got. 1, 2. We're going to miss every single one, probably. Who else? Ah! Throw another one. Where you at? Oh, I got you. Oh, there's another one. Come on now. Just be done already. What did Bad hit? I thought Bad got most stuff. Oh. I like bats. It's funny, I'll be playing Starfield and I'm like, where's my bats? Where's my bats? Whoops. Okay, that cursor's not lined up with my aim, that's for sure. Holy yeah.
Alive? Did anyone get out?
Well, one is about to get out here in a minute. Oops. God, I'm wasting bullets. Oh, I didn't want that. Man, I look pale right there. Now, I watched the show, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I mean, it wasn't as good as Last of Us. That show rocked, but it was good. It was good. But then again, just to make sure we know this, I also like Power of the Rings. Okay, tons of people didn't like that. I love that show. Also, I'm a huge Game of Thrones person, although I did not like House of Dragons. So it's it is what it is. So everybody's opinion, is their own. They're like buttholes. Everybody has one. Doesn't mean I want to hear from it. Let's see. So we got two pistols. We got eyeglasses. I always like to throw eyeglasses on it. I think they give us less perception. Let's see. And then aid. Oh gosh, hit the wrong one. Because Y is to fave in Starfield, right? All right, we're gonna stick this guy over here. Just I like to have it where I can easily access it. All right, and then drinks. We're going to favorite the water right here, and then aid. We have stim packs already favorited. All right, radiated food. What should we do with that? One of the things, real quick here on the tapes. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. What we talked about before. So there's two things I'm going to do real quick here. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I can't help it. Again, like I said, personal storage is my friend and will be used quite a bit. Second, game alterations, world manipulation. You see, time scale. We will set it. I'm going to set it to 5. I like setting it to 5. And then we will back out. And then we're going to do one more thing. Player manipulation. Change carry weight. Increase carry weight by 100. I'm not going to go crazy down here, 5,000 or whatever. But I will add 100. And then again, all the other things that we do, all the other skills and perks that we add eventually, will continually increase our carry weight. But for now, and if I wanted to, I could go back there and loot all the other stuff, but I feel like I got other stuff. No reason not.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated.
No reason to go back
Please
yet.
stand back.
Alright, let's take a look around. We already activated him. Everyone's dead. Hello? Anybody? Empty boxes? No! There's supposed to be a mod for that. Gosh darn empty boxes? Let's go back here. Oh, that door works now. Let's come in here and get the last of the last. And then, you know what? Now that we have extra, grab those guys. Necessary for crafting purposes, I believe. Alright. Now the one thing is, I think with all these additional mods and things like that, I do think there's still, with this one, like 700 total mods. I could be wrong about that number. I have to double check again. But you notice the elevator never really comes down. But you can walk over there onto an invisible floor. We're going to finish and exit the vault.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to crouch a little bit. Just look around. This will tell us exactly what's going on here. What's loaded. That is a cool view over there. That is nice. Man, just crazy. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna look real quick here. There's nothing here. There's nothing there. Nothing there. And nothing there. So you know what? I'm gonna walk over here. And there's nothing there. So that tells me my mod is not loaded. That is confirmation there. Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. What the mod that I'm looking for does, it turns these crates, seriously, it turns these crates into just hoarder's dreams, right? Not, I mean, there are always at least 5 to 10 items in there, just in every crate. Now, this is another mod, and this is the last one we'll look at before we call it a night. This is TSSMR. It is the Sole Survivor Military Record, right? So we know that Nate or Nora, depending on who you decide to be, have a former military record in their past life. And that's the other thing that always bugs me about games, right? You can't have a past life and then be 0 level. Unless you're doing something completely brand new that you've never done before, right? So it's like this mod here says, okay, what were you? Well, you know what? I was Army. I wasn't, but I was for this playthrough. Enlisted. Let's see. I made it to Staff Sergeant before I got out. And I was, and then of course we're all gonna say, but we're gonna say military police. I do have close combat assault training. I am an expert marksman, and I'm gonna say I was part of the Rangers. We had medium combat deployments. We weren't gonna go, boom. Now what that does, as you can see, it switches. Oh, that one puts us at level 15. I'm not mad at that. I mean, if I said light, I don't know if that would have put me at 5, or maybe no combats would have put me on 5, and then light would have put me at 10. I'm not sure. I can never remember, and always have to be careful about that. But I'll take that. And now, what it does for us, real quick here. And I hit the wrong button. Now that's what B does for you. But you can see, so it gave us all these additional level ups, right? Not only did it do that for us though, but as part of what we said we were, you can see it has already said we have awareness, already have some riflemen, right? We are an expert marksman. Master Sandman, we were part of the Rangers, right? But then we also have Ninja, adamantium skeleton. We did make it the Staff Sergeant, so we are kind of, inspirational. The Basher, I don't know what, well, that's probably just part of the military thing. We have Quick Hands. They gave us Blitz and Gun Fu. And also Intimidation, right? And then this one, Grim Reaper Spirit Sprint. Really? And then depending on the different things you pick, so also gunslinger. So depending on the different things you pick, I'm gonna pick this one. And we're also gonna pick some. We're also pick nut, medic. I'm not sure what this one does based on, but that one, 23, so I'm gonna pick toughness. Lead belly for sure, life giver for sure. Please don't look again. Armor. Oh, definitely armor. Cool. How many more do we have? 12 more. Wow. See, there's so many. Now, I usually don't go past this one, right? I can't now because it'd be level 20. But use action points to run, I don't like that, actually. So I don't usually go and grab it. Alright, we gotta stay up here where our actual abilities will allow us to be. So I'm a scrapper. Yes, hacker for sure. Second rank of gun nut. Alright, locksmith for sure. Second rank. Let's see. We can put another one in sneak. Might as well open up commando. Where's my sprint? Where's my? There it is. Fortune. Okay. What is it? Where are you? Science. Can we do chemist? Yeah, we're smart enough. Alright, we're done. Okay. Ooh, I forgot about Aqua Boy. God dang it. And rad resistant. So those will probably be the next ones coming up since we managed to get a whole bunch. Lone Wanderer, since we always have, sometimes I like just dismiss the dog, but I always have a companion with me. So it's not like there's a lot of times when I'm by myself outright, right? But I get rid of the dog, and the reason I get rid of the dog is because he runs into cars and hurts himself, and I have to heal him. And that annoys me to no end. It's like, I don't mind healing you after a fight, right? And you got hit or something. But if you just run into a parked car head first and get hurt, now you're down, and I have to come heal you, I'm leaving you there. You know what I'm saying? And then the sad part is, I have a dog, but my dog is not the brightest in the world. But he's not dumb enough to run into a parked car. So yeah, you get no sympathy from me. Alright, so this is our guy for now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to leave it off right here. And we'll come back after I've verified the mods and everything and the load order on them. But what it's telling me is that one that I'm looking for sure isn't even loaded. Because even the skeletons here, there would be cloth available. And some of these guys, especially the ones with clothes on, will still have money on, right? So, granted, I mean, it may not necessarily be the most realistic thing, but those are telltale signs that I can look at and say, okay, yeah, the mod's loaded and it's working, right? And in this case, it's not. And that's an additional mod that is not part of Welcome to Paradise. So, but there are several mods that I just can't do without. Yeah, just and most of them are going to be, well, they all are the Soul Survivors military record, immersive containers, and then backpacks of the Commonwealth, either backpack of the Commonwealth or wearable backpacks of the Commonwealth, one or the other. Right, I'm gonna have one of them loaded again. Right, anything to increase my ability to carry around with plain and simple. Loot, 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 loot. All right, so that's it, and our term of the day is loot, and the things that we can do. So next time we come back, we'll have the other have that mod loaded and working, and we'll check to see what those containers have for us. We got those containers over there, and the containers behind us there, and then we'll make our way down into Sanctuary, get everything started, going over to whatever that town is. I can never remember the town now. Yeah, it's totally escaped me, but I'll remember it by the time we get there. So, but we'll get down there, get everything started, and then we can see what Welcome to Paradise changes, adds to it, and has us doing. And you can see the XP is just continuously growing and growing and growing. It's got to go up 15 levels. So, and then there I am. I'm tired from lack of sleep. And then so there we have it. Survival mode. So, all right. Thank you. Hey, leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know how you what you think could add to it and make things better. And we'll see what we can do. Watching the show has made me want to jump back into it. I know the show was over a while ago, but you know, I figured, hey, let's get this one going. Let's find a Wabbajack mod list that I haven't played before and see what it looks like.